are currently playing a game of how much can we stack in our drying rack before it falls. So far, I'm winning. All right, I just finished up lunch. We're gonna make some coffee here, but let me show you what I had, because this was new to me, and I would highly recommend. Okay, it's all gone, but I got this. Have you guys had this? The Harvest Apple Salad Kit from Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's has pretty good salad kits. Usually I like the Aldi ones. You guys know I love a salad kit. They're so easy. This one, it had a lot of toppings. That's like my biggest gripe with salad kits is sometimes they're stingy, but to this one, to make it filling, to hit all 3 macronutrients for a filling meal, I added some ground turkey that needed to be used. I have some cornbread. I like to make just a box of like Jiffy cornbread mix and then use it as croutons for salad. I did some of that last week. So I had some of that left over. I made a ton, way more than I needed. So I had that, but highly recommend, friends. Trader Joe's. Okay, let me grab coffee. Been running a million miles an hour today. Let me grab coffee and then I'll fill you in on what I've been doing. Okay, coffee has been acquired. All right, it is Sunday today, and the name of the game has been how much can we prepare for the week? Not only is it Sunday today, it is the Sunday of Thanksgiving. So this week is going to be wonky on so many levels. Good wonky, right? But wonky nonetheless. So I have really been thinking today, what can I do to make this week go easier? So I did a bunch of meal prepping and planning for the week. I know that's going to help it go smoother. So today I did some breakfast stuff. I'll show you what we have got throughout the week. And then I just really planned easy dinners. I didn't have to like do anything for them. Again, that was the name of the game. I leaned on some salad kits for dinners this week. I'll show you those too. Like I said, I love a salad kit. Meal prepping and planning to me is truly an act of self-care. Like I said, it helps reduce stress, just makes the week go easier. It helps to make sure that you have nourishing foods on hand that you enjoy to fuel your body for the week. But it's also really important too during the holiday season because a lot of times we're busy, right? And so we want to make sure that we're fueling our body for all the things that we want to do. But it can also really help thinking like Thanksgiving is this week to make sure that when you get to the actual holiday parties, Thanksgiving meals, whatever it is, that you are not in a too hungry state because we were too busy or skipped meals, or we were restricting and wanted to skip meals, right? It's going to allow you to have a nourished body, enter at a comfortable fullness, not a biological need, a drive to eat a bunch of food because we skipped meals, whether it was from busyness or restriction. So meal planning can be really, really helpful, especially during the holiday seasons. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. Like I said, I'll show you some of the stuff that I have going on for the week, but it is something that is incredibly helpful for a lot of reasons. So then today I also focused on, again, what can make the week go easier. I really wanted to start another house project. I'll show you what I'm working on. But I was really tempted to start another part of that house project, and I was like, no, for me, what's really helpful is having an uncluttered house. So I spent time cleaning, which low-key I do really love too. Just like I'm currently watching Southern Charm. Watched a crap ton of Southern Charm. I have never seen it, so I'm starting from the beginning. But just really cleaned the house and got it organized. I firmly believe that well, for me anyway, a cluttered house makes my brain feel cluttered. So I focused on doing that. And that's kind of been the day. Okay, let me show you. I'll show you what the house project, you guys love house projects. It's funny because like I am just like, I always get asked about my house projects and I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. I just go by the whim. But my next project is really the entryway and the stairwell here. So I'll show you upstairs what I started with and what I'm going to do. I painted all of our doors up here black. Our downstairs doors are black, but the ones up here haven't been painted. So I painted our doors black. It's really like yellowy lighting up here, but whatever, you got the idea. Did that, and then Colleen's obsessed with wallpapering. I'm gonna wallpaper some of the walls. I'm gonna paint the trim black. It's hard to explain, but I'll show you when I get it done. I'll show you our bedroom just to show if you're like, Colleen, right now, like you need to not do that. I finished our bedroom. We have bad lighting in here too. I finished our bedroom and I think it looks decent. There's still some things I want to do, but hopefully if you're like, Colleen, you're crazy, stay at home decor. I don't know, maybe you're right, but like I said, I was like, okay, let's table that project for until after, oh, my knee kind of hurts. I think I sat on it funny. Let's table that for after the holidays, or at least after Thanksgiving, because the last thing you need is another chaos going on in the house. So my plan for the rest of the day is to, like, I feel like the house is in order, meal prep is done. Now I'm gonna take a look at my schedule for the week and see what we have going on. We have team members who are taking some time away, so hopefully it shouldn't be too bad of a week that we have going on. But it always just makes me feel better to go through my planner and just kind of like see what we've got going on each day. So we're gonna finish this caffeination and do that. We are packing up and heading to the office today. I like doing all of my filming at the office, but I got a lot of stuff to bring there. So, well, today specifically. So let's get a move on. We are going to take a little bit of a break here for a little brekkie. I was wearing these. Gobble, gobble. Like I said, we're doing Thanksgiving week, so there's a theme going on here. I am taking a break to eat some. I brought some overnight oats. This is one of the things I prepped for the week yesterday, and I wouldn't say this is like what I necessarily wanted, or, I mean, it's good, don't get me wrong, or like what I would have chosen if I could have anything in the world. It's just what makes sense for when I'm at the office, because it just, my preferred breakfast is a Ninja Creamy, but it's just not as satisfying when I have to put it in a container, bring it here, put it in the freezer. So this is just practical. So these are brownie batter blended oats. Made those so good. And pro tip, I always say this, add the berries. I added frozen berries morning of, and then it gets to be like an ice cream like consistency because it kind of like freezes a little bit of like the blended oats or overnight oats. Yeah, baby. Delicious. I'll put the recipe for these I'll put it right here. I need to slow down. I feel like on filming days I run at like 1,000,000 miles an hour, so we're just gonna have one more thing that I need to film. But we need a little bit of a breather, so that's what we're taking right now. This is also not the first time that I've eaten today. Remember how I was saying my knee yesterday? I was coming down the stairs. I think I was filming a clip for this, and I was like, my knee. Holy moly. I woke up this morning. I was intending to go to my usual Monday morning workout class. It's like a strength training class, which I love. But my knee, you guys, it just got worse, and I thought it was so funny. I was like, I swear I said yesterday that like, oh, my knee. No, it was bad today. So sometimes you just got to listen to your body, skip your workout, and it's fine. That's been my day today. Whew, my gosh, you guys. I don't know if you know this, or maybe you could have guessed the day before Thanksgiving is not the ideal time to go to the grocery store, but I forgot a couple things. We did really good with our Thanksgiving shopping list, but I forgot a couple things, so had to grab that. And then I have to go to the bank. I feel like I'm the only person who ever has to go to the bank. I need, my office payment has to be done with a check. But I always feel like, does anyone else go to the bank? I feel like everything else is done online. But we're going to do that. And then today I want to show you what I've been having for lunches. I can't remember if I've showed you these before, but I specifically like this lunch because it's you don't got to prep anything. There's a little cooking to do, but it literally takes 10 minutes. And they're one of my favorite lunches. So I'll show you what we got for that. All right, guys, for lunch we are making burger tacos. I'll show you how I'm making them. First of all, I have to ask, honest opinion, what do we feel about the blue on blue? It's super matchy-matchy. The color is perfect, but I was like, I think it's too matte. I can't take myself seriously as I'm looking at this, but let me know your thoughts. We all know I'm not a fashion girly, but I can make a good burger taco, so let's do that. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a tortilla. This is really weird, but we are then in here, I use ground turkey. You can use ground beef. Ground turkey is just what I had to use up. So we have that, some Worcestershire. I'll put the full recipe here. But what we're gonna do, this is where it's a little strange, but we're going to spread, sorry if you get grossed out by raw meat, we're gonna spread our meat onto our tortilla. And then, friends, we are going to press it. This is kind of like smash burger tacos. We're gonna cook it face down first in our pan. Let's go ahead and do that. Press it down and cook it for just a couple minutes on each side. Okay, so we have our burger taco, but let me show you where the real magic happens because it's on the inside. Okay, I've got all of my toppings here. Now, this is, if you've watched me make a sandwich before, I do this with all my sandwiches, and I do this with all of my wraps. It's called my fat stacked sandwich hack. I don't know how I got that name. Some people also call it a sandwich swaddle. You can call it whatever you want, but you want to take a couple of large, full leaves, and we're gonna hang those on the end because this is gonna prevent everything from falling out because we're going to put our toppings on and then fold it over. So when you hold it up, nothing falls off. This works great for chicken salad, all of the things. So we're going to just push those down. Like I said, we're gonna leave it hanging off here. And then we have a little bit of lettuce there. I have some lettuce, tomato, red onion, and then I love these bread and butter pickles. So let's start with that. Just the reason this is so great and why I love a burger taco is you can fit so many toppings. I love a bunch of pickles. I love a bunch of tomatoes. You can fit so much more in this than you can on a burger. So that's why I love these. I have a little bit of blue cheese. I like the stinky cheese. I'm not a big cheddar fan, but anything that's stinky, yeah, baby, that's what we like. Put a little bit more on there. Okay, and then this is the one thing that I will prep in advance is the, I have blue cheese all over my hands. The special sauce or the Big Mac sauce. I'm just gonna put that on there. And lunch is served, my friends. I really should have grabbed a napkin, but yeah, okay. So again, we're going to just fold this up to prevent everything from falling out because these babies get packed to the brim. Ta-da! Nothing falls out. Very good. Only took a couple minutes. You don't need to prep anything during like on the weekend. Just take a couple minutes to put together. It's the best. My nose is getting a little runny today. Love it. Okay, while my coffee is brewing before we get back to work, let's talk about something that's not talked about enough in terms of feeling food guilt around the holiday season. So a lot of times we talk about not restricting before as a way to not feel out of control, to be able to eat the amount that feels good, right? True. But having a plan to nourish your body prior to events, holidays, the holiday season in general, is also important to help release food guilt. And so often we think about food guilt from the mental side of things, giving yourself permission, saying it's okay to eat foods that nourish our soul more so than our bodies, which again, yes, but we can't also forget about the actual biological side of things, which is what I always lead with. We can't outsmart our biology. Our bodies and biology are always gonna win. So essentially when we're not nourished, our bodies can kind of enter a state of fight or flight. Our stress hormone cortisol can spike, and that can worsen feelings of guilt. It can create emotional instability and just a real kind of like heightened awareness of, honestly, danger. And when we're in flight or fight. Why is that so hard to say? Our bodies are on heightened awareness. So if we do start to feel guilty or second guess our choices, the feelings, the guilt, the shame is going to be heightened from all the things that are happening because our body is not nourished. And then all of that can take away from our ability to listen to and hear our hunger and fullness cues. So it's just like everything, a cycle. So also, friendly reminder, if you want to feel less guilt around the holiday season, have intentional self-care. Meal planning for me is really preparing to nourish your body as an act of self-care. It's going to look different for everyone. You don't have to necessarily plan specific things, but food also gets fun again, so you can try new recipes. I'm excited to try some different things this week. It is so beneficial in so many ways, and it does not have to be from a self-control diety standpoint. I will link to the non-diet meal planner that I use in the description of this. In this meal planner, you can also reflect on how different things make you feel, whether it's physically, mentally, your body, whether you liked it, it was satisfying. It allows you to do some of that reflection to help you tune into your body, what makes it feel good, and your preferences so that you can learn to eat with no food rules. And speaking of which, tonight, I went, like I said, super easy with a lot of the dinners that I had planned throughout the week. Ooh, my coffee's finished. We'll grab that. But tonight we are having one of my husband's favorite dinners. Incredibly easy, literally 3 things, which I am gonna need at the end of this day. All right, coffee time, back to work. Alrighty, my friends, here's what we've got for dinner. We've got our protein here, salmon burgers, get these from Costco, they're great. We have our carbohydrate. We have some tortellini here, and then we have some veggie and some fat in here. I've also got fat in there, but carbs, protein, fats, and veggies, satisfaction. This is what I'm talking about. So we're gonna put all this together in a meal, and that's dinner tonight, friends.
Alrighty-o, my friends. Thanksgiving was a success, minus the fact, I don't know if you can hear it in my voice, ever since I talked to you on Wednesday, I have been on a steady decline. I feel like I'm starting to get better. I was hit with mad cold. But it is Friday. My goal with Thanksgiving is always to like not have to cook for till like Monday, and I think we definitely achieved that. So I'd also be lying to you if I didn't say I already had a little bit of pie, a little bit of stuffing this morning as a little pre-breakfast snack. It was actually kind of like first breakfast. It was a pretty large snack, and now we're on to kind of like second breakfast here. Also a good time to remind us that, here, I'll show you what I made first. So I made my Funky Monkey smoothie in the Ninja Creamy. So let me show you. Oh, I just find this texture so much more satisfying. My Ninja Creamy is my favorite purchase of 2024 for sure. And then I'm gonna add some Fiber One cereal. This is just to give it a little bit, make it a little more filling. And I honestly really like the taste of it. So we are going to dive into that here. This is one of my favorite, like I think I was saying earlier in this video, that's one of my favorite like work from home breakfasts, because it just doesn't travel. It's not as satisfying. I need a spoon when you take it somewhere. So we're having that today. What else did I want to fill you guys in on? I feel like there was something else. Having that, I'll link the recipe in the description. My cold medicine, guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm just like not all here today. Hang on, I need to get a spoon. I know what it was. So this is a really good time to remind you that listening to your body and eating with the food rules is not just about listening to our physical hunger cues. I'm honestly not feeling hungry right now, but I knew that my body could use some more energy. When we're sick, sometimes our hunger cues, or we're busy, or we're stressed, or whatever it is, sometimes our actual physical hunger cues can be thrown off. So I was like, you know what? It's getting to be a little bit later morning right now. Yes, I had something earlier, but I think my body could use a little bit more energy and maybe some protein in there, just to help me feel a little bit better and give me a little bit more stable energy throughout the day. So that's what we are doing out of self-care. And again, listening to our bodies also means listening to our brains. And I know what my body needs, so I'm going to give it that regardless of not necessarily feeling physical cues. So Friday, what else have we got going on today? Doing all my content planning and stuff. You guys probably don't care about all the logistical side of things or what I'm doing for the rest of the day, so I think we'll go ahead and wrap up this video here. I think moral of this whole week has been really kind of self-care, feeding your body out of self-care. I think that it's like a common thread for this whole video. It helps you fuel your body. It helps you feel better. It helps reduce guilt. It helps strengthen our hunger and fullness cues. And again, it's not just listening to the physical cues, but truly caring for what you know your body needs and what will help it feel its best in the long run. And sometimes that means having more soul-nourishing things, like a little bit of pumpkin pie in the morning, and sometimes that means choosing something with a little bit more protein. Choices are going to ebb and flow. That's what having no food rules is all about. So with that, guys, I will let you go for the week because, to be honest, it hurts my nose a little bit to talk this much. So if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to this channel for more no food rules goodness, leave a comment with your thoughts on this video. This more kind of, really, I went through kind of like a week in the life, if you will, and kind of just brought you along with me. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on that. But with that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for being here, a part of this community, and I'll see you later.